The United Arab Emirates has withdrawn from a US-led maritime security coalition in the region. According to reports, the UAE pulled out because it was frustrated by the failure of the United States to protect shipping in the Strait of Hormuz. Iran has seized 2 international oil tankers in recent weeks, including the Niovi, which had been travelling from Dubai towards the UAE port of Fujairah. Well, to talk more about that, we're joined by Jonathan Shanzer, Senior Vice President for Research at the Foundation for the Defence of Democracies, the FDD. Great to have you with us, Jonathan. And the Emiratis, I should point out, say that their comments were somewhat taken out of context by this report in the Wall Street Journal. But is this the essence? The Emiratis are disappointed by the US failure to protect shipping in this part of the world?
Well, I think it's a clear sign that the Emiratis are frustrated, but I would also note that they're not alone. The Saudis are also frustrated. Remember that back in 2019, there was the attack on the Abqaiq oil facility, and there was no U.S. response. There have been multiple rocketing attacks carried out by the Houthis, both against the UAE and against Saudi Arabia. There has been very little in the way of an American response. Now it appears that the U.S. is not able to guarantee shipping in the Persian Gulf area. That's, of course, a huge concern. This is a lifeblood to the economies of both of these countries, both crucial American allies. And so I think we've certainly seen now a boiling over of these frustrations as the United States continues to try to attempt to pivot to the Middle East, but they seem to be failing in their ability to do so.
Well, I mean, the US is at the head of this maritime coalition. I think 35 countries, now 34, are taking part. Well, it's hard to see what more the US could be doing to protect shipping.
Well, I think, first of all, this combined maritime force is an important component of the region, and it's a sign of American leadership. In other words, the very essence of this coalition was to be able to project American power and to be able to lead the region. And if the United States is not able to deter Iran from engaging in these kinds of activities, then it's a sign that there is a deeper problem. And of course, this is all happening as the United States is doing outreach to the Islamic Republic, continually trying to resuscitate the failed 2015 Iran nuclear deal. There are reports now of a senior White House official, Brett McGurk, in Oman trying to lure the Iranians back into a deal where we would be throwing money and other sanctions relief at the regime in exchange for a weaker deal than what had previously been achieved, all the while not preventing this kind of malign activity in the region. It's, I think, for this reason that we're continually seeing a deterioration of trust among Persian Gulf allies as they watch Iran grow in power and, more importantly, in audacity.
Well, what about Tehran's motives then, Jonathan? Because we were told that the recent rapprochement between Iran and Saudi Arabia would stop this kind of thing, would rein in Iran's behavior. Why are they going after Emirati ships?
Well, I think they have a deal right now with the Saudis. The terms of that deal, by the way, are classified. We don't know exactly what the Saudis gave up. We know that the Iranians have essentially decided to stand down in their support for the Houthis and the rocketing of Saudi Arabia, but that does not deter them from engaging in this kind of behavior in the Persian Gulf. And so, in other words, what is not explicitly prohibited is, by the Iranian standard, it must be okay. So we're seeing this continued malign activity. I don't think that this leopard is going to change its spot, so to speak. They're going to continue to engage in this kind of activity because that is the inherent DNA of this regime.
آنچه در مورد ما میگویند